Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Yes Users podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of innovators, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders shaping the future. Today, we have a truly inspiring guest joining us, Kanmani Suresh Kumar. Today, we will be discussing a story of being married at the age of 16 to becoming the top AI voice at LinkedIn and also founding Spark Digital AI and also founding Spark AI. Get ready for an inspiring conversation filled with valuable lessons and actionable advice. So let's start. So, Kanmani, welcome to Yes Users podcast. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it is a great honor to me, and I'm really excited to interact with you. I just want to talk about a lot of AI things and digital marketing things.
Yeah.
So I'm very passionate about digital marketing, and I'm having this podcast to interact about that thing. It's very excited to me. Thanks for inviting me to this podcast.
No, it's completely our pleasure. So, Kanmani, tell us about your journey, how you became the founder and CEO of Spark Digital.
Yeah. So my story is a too long story, and I thank you all for listening this long story actually. So I was married at 16. When I got married, I was 16. I just completed my school education. So it's an arranged one. As my family is a typical Indian family, traditional family, they are following a lot of traditions. They are asking the questions like why women need education. But I don't want to stay on that. So I just want to study. But I have three siblings, so typical Indian middle class family have to take care of other siblings also. My parents want to get married at that early age. So I said yes to my marriage. But what is sweetest surprise is my husband and my mother-in-law is very supportive one. And they supported me to continue my education, higher education. So I completed my engineering with their support. In second year, while I'm studying my engineering, I gave birth to my eldest son. So I completed my studies actually. That is with my family support, that is everything is okay. But the real pressure came after completing my education. Actually. A lot of criticism, a lot of relatives asking me, what is the purpose of studying engineering? Why is carrying the child while having a family? What is the benefit you have? There's a lot of immense pressure around me. So what happened is I just have to create a career for me. So that is the proper response to them. So what happened is I can't spend a lot of quality time with my children, but with my family. So at that time, I gave birth to my second child. Also, this is like a very hectic one. My early stage of my personal life also, my career also, it's a hectic one. So I have to go to a 9 to 5 job. After completing my engineering, I just joined as a receptionist in a manufacturing company because I just want to do something. People are asking a lot of questions asking. At the time, I was just 22, 23. I'm not having that much maturity also. So what happened is I can't spend a quality time with my family. That is the important thing I still regret about that. At the time, COVID came. A lot of layoffs, recession happened everywhere globally. So I also get laid off from my company. At the time, we spent a lot of time with my family. Everyone spends a lot of time inside the home. That is a gift to me. Actually, COVID is a disease, but in that I have a sweet surprise. So I spend a lot of time with my family. I spend a lot of quality time with my children. I just don't want to stop that. After COVID is clear, everyone get back to the normal life. But I don't want this is the normal life I want. But I don't want to give up my dreams also. I need an identity because I studied. So I just have to be an identity. So my next gen women also will study. They will take me as a reference and they will study. So I don't want to sit on my home. So there's a kind of a juggling mindset. So what happened is I want to spend time with my family, my children, but I also want to make a career. So as COVID is growing rapidly, simultaneously, digital awareness has also grown at that time. So I utilized the digital awareness among the people. I made a lot of digital strategies. I interacted with a lot of people. In this way, I started my profession in digital marketing. So this is the actual reason to start this package. So now I'm spending quality time with my family, and I'm making a lot of things with my Spark Digital team. I'm married woman who was struggling like me and giving chances to work with me in the work from home manner, so they can spend time with their family as well as they can contribute in their passion in their profession also. So this is the reason.
No, well said. And the problem that you are facing or you face is faced by a lot of working women. So please tell us about your experience during college. I understand that you faced a lot of bullying as well during that time.
Not lot of both the seniors, even juniors, and my classmates also questioned a lot of things about why you are having this much worries in your life. Actually, just have to enjoy your life. If I got married, I don't want to study. I will sit on my husband's home and I will. So this kind of lot of criticism at that age, at that teenage, it is I cannot bear that. Actually, I cried a lot of times. But what happened is the only one thing. I took that, so I have to finish that. This is the only thing ran on that time in my mind. But I'm not regretting that because at that age, I'm not having maturity. The same age people also definitely they are just telling the things. Day to day, I'm thinking definitely one day they about what I did. So bullying is it's good actually sometimes.
Yeah, I can completely understand.
Don't know people don't know your struggle. They are just seeing the outline. They don't have any perspectives on your shoes. So God bullied, and you're taking that in a very positive perspective.
Well said. So tell us about what motivated you to focus on digital marketing and AI.
So as we are running digital marketing and branding agency, day by day learning and adapting to new technologies is a must and mandatory one. Every digital marketing agency has to be adjusted to the updating technologies. So I personally follow Mr. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. Recently, you heard the news about he is investing money in OpenAI, ChatGPT to harvest the fruits of that. So this is one thing I just following him personally about the leadership style of him, evolving and a transitional mindset actually. So digital marketing should be aligned with AI is the future. And we are using AI in a day-by-day manner for day-by-day routine. In every digital marketing agency, content creation and scheduling and social media management, front analysis, everything happen in a day-to-day manner. Actually, in digital marketing agencies, they are having day-to-day routine in a very hectic. So AI will help in automating things actually. We are infusing the integrated AI in digital marketing in the way of the internal workforce. Then we slowly integrated AI in digital marketing for our clients. So I suggest every people who are hearing this podcast, they are using AI in their day. So adapting to AI technologies is a mandatory one in every business. So in that way, I just want to integrate AI in each and every clients I deal with. So this is the important reason, evolving and adapting to new technology. And AI is the near future. AI, integrated digital marketing, is the term we are using now. In future, people will use AI marketing. Some people are talking about that. Some bunch of people are talking about AI marketing. But the AI marketing is the term will play a huge role in marketing in upcoming days.
Yeah, well said. So, one of the things that I noticed that you have the badge from LinkedIn, which says Top AI Voice. So a lot of people come to me and ask like how to get that badge. What are the steps that you took that help you earn that badge?
Yeah. So any kind of industries, there are a lot of supports in LinkedIn. They are giving a lot of collaborative articles to show your expertise. to show your thought leadership. So what I suggest you, it's an AI collaborative article. It is not a human generated one. Actually, LinkedIn is not supporting any kind of AI activities inside LinkedIn, like you are putting any kind of bots or any kind of AI things. I mean, not about the replies, not about that suggestions it is giving. You can use that. But if you are infusing any kind of AI tools inside LinkedIn, it won't allow. But for this, it is an AI collaborated article. It is generated by AI. What you will do is you can take the title of the collaborative article and you can put it in ChatGPT and you can get the idea of how it is working. So you can take it and it is like you are taking the idea, you are giving the input to the ChatGPT and you are getting an output from ChatGPT. But what you should do is you should take that and you should curate it in a bulleted table. You should not copy and paste it. It is not working like that. The collaborative article's main objective is you should show your expertise and leadership in that particular industry. So you should get the ideas from the ChatGPT and you should sit and write down in a bulleted way because bulleted points people can read in a very easy way. In copywriting and content creation, in LinkedIn and in anywhere, if that writing is easy read it is the most readed one actually. So you should take the output of the ChatGPT and you should write it on the paper and you should take it in a bulleted list and you just type it up on the collaborative article. You just have to contribute in each and every part of the article or in a summarized way. In the end of the collaborative article, it will show some summarized output. So you can put that summarized output. So people will see easy. So you can get a lot of views on that, impressions on that. In that way, you can get a leadership badge. So I followed this way.
Right. Let me just try to summarize what you said. The best way to earn a badge, right, is to contribute to the LinkedIn's collaborative articles, right? So my question is, the topics of the collaborative article is decided by LinkedIn or you can start a new collaborative article as well?
Yeah, it is pre-designed by LinkedIn. There are a lot and lot of, if you are clicking any kind of collaborative article, it will suggest you. Actually, LinkedIn will suggest you. You are the one we selected to show your expertise. You can get that in your notification thing in LinkedIn. Yeah, you just go there and you can select a lot of pre-designed and there are a lot of episodes, but then you can search even there.
Okay, makes sense. So the second question is, a lot of times people say that, LinkedIn is suggesting them that you should contribute to this article. But a lot of times it's not doing that. So if the LinkedIn is not suggesting, is there a way they can go and look at all the collaborative articles?
Yeah, definitely. Any of your first degree connections, if they are contributed in that collaborative article, it will show you in your timeline. So you can just click that and you can go to the collaborative article. And at the end of collaborative article, there are a lot of topics will be there. Right. And select over there and you can search over there. In that way, you can get into the collaborative article.
But is there a link that we can directly visit and see all the collaborative articles which are going on? Is there a link?
Yeah, definitely. If you are searching in the search bar, artificial intelligence, there are a lot of artificial intelligence pages, people, companies will show. Also, LinkedIn showcase page will also be visible.
Okay. Interesting. So please share that link with me. We'll put it in the description box. Anybody who's listening or watching can, go there and, start putting their content in the collaborative articles. So very interesting. Now, coming on to the next theme of this podcast, I wanted to get your thoughts on how do you see generative AI transforming the digital marketing as a profession?
So digital marketing actually is very trending and expanding industry as of now. Everywhere marketing is important. Every business, every industry needs marketing. And as well as digital presence. Why I'm telling this, if you are searching for a person and if you are searching for an industry, what is the topmost result you are getting? Apart from that website, their LinkedIn page or their Instagram page. So this is the one. So every industry needs digital marketing. So AI is playing everywhere in every business. digital marketing is also an important one. AI is playing a huge role even in the content creation, a personalized content curation. Everywhere digital marketing, AI is integrating. So if you are interested to make digital marketing as your profession, generative AI helps you in a very, very vast way, actually. So you want to create a content first. If you are writing content on LinkedIn for yourself, you just give an idea to ChatGPT or a lot and lot of generated AI tools over there in internet. Jasper AI, right? So there are a lot of Gen AI, conversational AI are there. So if you want to create a digital marketing having a lot of verticals, not only websites, not only SEO, not only social media management. It is having a vast vertical from website creation, it's scratch actually, up to poster branding, digital marketing having a lot of. So in one day you can't learn digital marketing, and in one day you can't execute it. So if you want to make digital marketing as your profession, you should start writing for yourself. This is the first step. AI will help you to make a profession in digital marketing. You can write on LinkedIn, you can write on Instagram. In Instagram, if you want to create your personal brand, you should select your niche. You can use AI to select your niche. It will give a lot of topics, which is up for you. You can select that. In this way, a lot of benefits you can get from AI. And normally, generative AI helps people to upgrade their life, to automate their life. Personalized contents, even you can see in e-commerce sites like Amazon, Flipkart, Etsy, it will give personalized recommendations. If you are seeing a post in Facebook, I think you people definitely see that. If you are sharing a post for 2 to 3 minutes, if you are reading a post, automatically the similar post will be posted in your timeline. So even if you are sharing, the algorithm will analyze what is your taste, what's your need, what you are interested in. So these kind of personalized recommendations, personalized curations, everything happens with AI, everything happens with generative AI. So you can easily utilize AI to make your profession in digital marketing.
Well said. Can you share some specific example where Spark Digital integrated AI into clients' digital marketing strategy?
Yeah, it is an interesting story actually. In this recent season of Shark Tank India, the well-known brand Boat. You know about that Boat brand? They are a well-known brand in India. The co-founder and the chief marketing officer of Boat brand, Mr. Aman Gupta, actually wore his wristwatch, not in the wrist actually. He wore it across his palm actually in his hand. It is called as moment marketing. So what happened is it is having a huge wave in social media, in Instagram, in LinkedIn. A lot of people are talking about that. So what we done with one of our fashion retailer brand. So they are struggling with what is the taste of the people, what is the taste of their particular targeted audience. So what we done is when Aman Gupta, we always watch like this. So I followed his style actually. He put that kind of post in Instagram and read having a huge wave, and we read a lot of comments about that, a lot of positive comments about that. Some of the criticism is based. It's a mandatory one. It's happened in everywhere. A lot of the positive comments, a lot of the price comments he have. So we took that particular Instagram post and we put it on our AI algorithm. It learned what are the sentiments of the people, why people are engaging with that post, why people are pricing that post. So we analyzed this sentiment analysis with our fashion retailer brand, because in fashion retailer brand, there will be a lot of men, women, child. So we just analyzed that content with our fashion retailer brand for that particular men videos. So we use that data to target the audiences in that brand, and we are getting very particular insights, and we are getting very detailed insights and analytics, and it is a very helpful, and it increases sales. And everything in every marketing, what is the important output is the ROI. Yeah, so that kind of AI integration in the predictive analysis and the sentiment analysis that help our customer to increase its sales and increase its visibility, increase its engagement, everything. So this is one interesting part we have recently launched with our phone.
Very interesting. So tell me, like I'm a little confused here. So how did you leverage the sentiment analysis of a particular post done by the boat brand, right? So there are positive comments, there are negative comments, right? Somebody is saying like, boat is good because of XYZ reason. Somebody is saying that. So how do you leverage that sentiment analysis for a fashion retailer?
Actually, what happened is why people criticized Aman Gupta is he is using Shark Tank season to promote his.
Exactly.
This is one negative sentiment people are having. But apart from that, the positive criticism is he used that media in a very specific way. This is called as moment marketing. Wow, it is great. I should follow this. This is a very unique style. So these kind of engagement, these kind of output they give in his particular post. So what we done is we just use that in our sentiment analysis. Like when we do the photo shoot of that particular brand, the men wear our brand shirt and they wear a wristwatch across their phone. So it is like a user generated content. People are following Aman Gupta's style. So in that way, people are, hey, this is that now. This is Aman Gupta's style. So people are always eager to hear your story. Actually, they don't see your product. They don't see what you are doing. What are the offers? What are the discounts you are giving? More likely, they don't need that actually. So they need the stories. So what happened is we are getting the attention by following Aman Gupta's style. We are using demographics to analyze that sentiment analysis also. In which kind of area, in which kind of location, in which kind of age that people are encouraging that. Yeah, that kind of people encouraging what other doing, which other brands they are celebrating. So this kind of sentiment analysis we give. We get a particular data and AI tools are much helpful to get this data in a very accurate way. So we use that.
Very interesting. So yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. Like, people who are listening this on podcast, you are wearing the watch in the Aman Gupta style, right? Since the starting of right. So that's very interesting. And when you did that sentiment analysis and then when you posted the images of your brands, the models were wearing watches in the Aman Gupta style, if I'm correct, right? This is what you try to use the moments marketing to your advantage. Very interesting. Any suggestion on what tools did you use for sentiment analysis?
Actually, there are not much things. Actually, I can't open up about that tool because some of the tools we are actually making in our way. So actually, in digital marketing, we are using ChatGPT and normally Grammarly, Hemingway. This kind of tools we are using for content creation and predictive analysis also. Some ML machine learning tools also we are using, like Grace, something. So I can't open up a lot of things. My technical team will definitely blame me. So I'm very sorry about that.
No worries. It makes sense. But I think this was a more suitable example of how we leverage movement marketing, right? Rather than using or leveraging AI for marketing, right? We need to understand the sentiments of the people on a scale. But I think this was a better example for movements marketing. But thanks a lot for sharing that story. It's very interesting and a lot to learn, right, for digital marketers. Because I remember I was not part of this moment marketing, the Aman Gupta wala one. But there was this thing, right, a long back by Zomato where they said that, doodh mangoge, doodh denge, something, right? So
yeah, no, it is a great one now.
I was part of a startup called Study Gang at that time, and we were trying to do something along those lines. So yeah, it's a very good strategy. It shows to your users that you are updated with the current lingo, and especially if your brand is targeting young audiences, I think that's a must do. So my next question is, over the past 2 years since you have been in digital marketing, what was your most challenging project? What problems did you face in that, and how did you overcome it?
In the very beginning of integration of AI with digital marketing, people are not having awareness about artificial intelligence. This is the most challenging one we face while we are integrating AI with our clients. Because people having a lot of misconceptions about AI. Like if AI is doing content creation, why I hire you? I will create the content now. I don't do the social management now. So these kind of questions people are asking about artificial intelligence in the very beginning stage. And at that time, 1 year before, ChatGPT is a boom one. Everyone is fond of ChatGPT. They just want to use ChatGPT. What is happening with ChatGPT? People are very eager about that. And this is the first question I faced when I told about integration of artificial intelligence with social media management. I told, sir, I'm gonna integrate AI tools in this social media management about the manual scripting, approval, everything. We don't want to do that in a very long way. We can do it in a very simple way, in a very short time. So when I told that to my client, and he's a high ticket client, actually, he's having a lot of awareness. He's a techie. So I told about this integration with digital marketing. What's the first question he asked me? If AI can do this, why you? This is the first question he asked me. So this is a very challenging moment because I can't elaborate, I can't extrapolate about AI to the people. This is the question they will ask. If AI is here, why you? Now people are having a lot of awareness about AI can't replace humans. But in the beginning, people are scared about that. People are having a lot of misconception about AI. AI will replace the human. AI will create content. AI will manage everything. AI will automate everything. But AI can be handled by a human who knows how to handle AI. This is the most challenging moment I faced when I integrate artificial intelligence with digital marketing. Then I explained about, so these are the inputs we have to give. In the very beginning, I trained my team. So AI is one of the teammates. I have to input a lot of things to AI. I have to teach AI. I have to train that model. Then only it will automatically do that. But I need your support to do this.
But it's a mixed bag, essentially. Because a lot of SEO agencies also listen to our podcast. So tell us about the collaboration and the coordination with the client bit. How do you guys are currently managing that? Is it through emails or is it through some other software? How do you manage this?
Actually, there's a lot of tools out there to communicate with the customers, to maintain the relationship with the customers. There are a lot of CRMs everywhere, a lot of things. But what I suggest, what in Spark Digital we are doing, as a CEO of Spark Digital, what I do, I directly contact with customers. The professional mail or professional calls, it's done by my teammates, my colleagues, everyone. But apart from that, people are allowed to have the personal connection. So what I do when onboarding the customers or when it is in a just an inquiry stage, what I do, I just want to talk with the people directly. So what is your requirement? So I don't want to put that in any CRM tools or any productivity tools like Notion or Trello or anything. I don't want to do that. First of all, I just make a human to human connection. Then it will be passed to our team. I directly tell them, sir, hereafter my team will talk with you. If you have anything, please call me without any hesitation. This is the one I suggest to my colleagues, to my teammates, to my budding entrepreneurs, everyone. I just tell them always.
Well said. Well said. So, Kanmani, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, the first question is, what's your favorite AI tool or platform?
Recent days, I'm using Google's Dialogflow. This is my favorite AI platform, actually. This is not tool. This is an AI platform. That Dialogflow will help you in the instant communication with the customers. Like, if you want to integrate Dialogflow with your WhatsApp, you can integrate it. So what happens is, if you are not having the time or if you are traveling over there, that chatbot will help you to communicate with your customer in a very instant way. It's a very interesting one to use, actually. One of my clients asked about the chatbots in their website. We just integrated that Dialogflow platform. At the time, I used that. It's a very interesting one. My favorite AI platform is currently Dialogflow.
Wow, well said. So the next question is morning person or night owl?
Night owl. Definitely night owl. I believe most of creators are night owl.
A book that has influenced you the most?
Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
By James Clear.
Yeah, good.
That's the one changed my life, changed my perspective in each and every aspects of life.
Great answer. Next question is coffee or tea?
Tea.
Wow. Because from this, you are from the southern part of India, I was expecting you to choose coffee. But anyway, see, that's the disadvantage of stereotyping. The next question is best piece of advice you have ever received.
Best piece of advice I have received is from rival. One of my competitors told me that you don't have to create anything because everything is already created. You just have to be inspired.
Yeah.
Your inspiration will create the things. This is how the world works. This is the one piece of advice I have ever heard. This is the best piece of advice, actually. And it is very related to my profession. So I'm always remind about that piece of advice.
Wow. An AI trend you are most excited about?
The most excited AI trend now going and emerging one is AI in healthcare.
Right.
We are using AI in everywhere, in automation, in the content creation, everywhere. But AI in healthcare is a very emerging technology and it is a very useful to one to everyone globally. Because AI helps to get a personalized treatment recommendation based on that old medical records. So you can get to know about what will be symptoms you can get to your medication you're taking. So this is the one helps in a very unique way and in a global way. So I'm very impressed about emerging technologies of AI in health.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The next question is a skill you wish to learn.
Journaling, actually.
Yeah,
We don't have time. A lot of creators don't have time to journal, but it is a very good practice. So I just want to do that, and I wish to do that very soon.
couldn't agree more. Even I want to incorporate that in my daily routine. The last rapid fire question is what's your favorite social media platform for marketing?
LinkedIn.
Link.
None other than that, LinkedIn. Definitely.
Yeah. Makes sense since you are a B2B business. So, Kanwani, thanks a lot for coming on Yes Users podcast, sharing your story and sharing your insights, sharing your learnings. I'm sure our listeners will find this episode beneficial.
Definitely, definitely. I'm very happy about this and I'm very excited about this. And I'm very grateful to you people invite me for this, a very interactive and a very useful session to me even also. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me.
No, it was completely a pleasure. Thanks a lot, Kanwani.
Thank you so much.
Wow, such an inspiring podcast. We hope you found Kanwani's journey and insights as inspiring and enlightening as I did. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to connect with Kanwani on LinkedIn to follow her ongoing journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the Yes Users podcast for more conversations with trailblazers like Kanwani. Until next time, keep innovating and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Take care. Have a great day.